My child, before I speak another word, steady your heart and listen closely, for what I'm about to tell you carries a weight that will settle deep in your spirit. There is a place hidden far from the noise of the world, where the walls breathe secrets, and the air itself feels heavy with judgment. I have seen it, a cold abandoned chamber, buried beneath stone, where time seems to have stopped, out of fear. And in that chamber, something has begun calling the name of someone connected to your life. Not a stranger, not someone distant, but a person who has walked close enough to you to gather the pieces of your trust and shatter them quietly while you weren't looking. You may not yet understand why this place exists, or why her name echoes through its silence. But my child, darkness always exposes itself eventually. The one I speak of is a woman who has carried too many faces, too many intentions, too many shadows. She has woven herself into your life with a softness that was only a disguise. And though she walked beside you, as if she meant you well, her footsteps hid a trail of intentions, far more dangerous than you could have imagined. But don't rush ahead, and don't allow your thoughts to scatter. What I'm about to unravel will shake you, but it will also free you. The truth is not cruel. The truth is necessary. Tonight, I want you to picture that forgotten chamber, the one I told you about. Its walls are cracked, its lights dim and flickering, and the air carries a chill that clings to the soul. I stood inside it, my child. I felt its heaviness. It wasn't built for punishment alone. It was created for reckoning. Every part of it forces a person to face what they've done, to see clearly the lives they've hurt, the trust they've broken, the hearts they've crushed. And when I was inside that place, I realized something with absolute certainty. That woman, the one whose presence has played a silent role in your suffering, is walking toward that chamber, whether she knows it or not. You may ask, but Lord, why her? And I will tell you gently, because consequences are not accidents. They are seeds planted by choices, watered by intentions, and harvested in time. This woman, my child, has woven lies with a skill that could almost be admired if it weren't so tragic. She smiled at you while hiding knives behind her back. She spoke words that appeared harmless, but dripped poison slowly into the corners of your life. She took advantage of your trust, of your softness, of your heart that always believes in second chances. She counted on your goodness to shield her from exposure, and for a long time, it worked. Her shadows remained unseen. Her schemes remained untouched. Her mask remained firmly in place. But masks crack, and her time of hiding is coming to an end. I know your heart is already racing with questions. You want to know how close she is to that place I described. You want to know when justice will rise like the morning sun and reveal what she has done. My child, I want you to breathe for a moment. Let the truth settle inside you slowly. Justice is not loud. Justice is precise. And though she still walks freely under the sky, thinking her misdeeds will always remain buried, the ground beneath her feet is shifting. The evidence she once evaded is tightening around her like vines. Not tomorrow, not one day far in the future, but soon, very soon. I've watched you, my child, watched you carry the weight of her betrayal, without even knowing the full extent of it. You questioned yourself. You doubted your instincts. You thought you were imagining things. But the unease you felt was not confusion. It was warning. It was your spirit sensing the truth before your eyes ever could. You wondered why certain blessings were delayed, why certain relationships grew strained, why certain paths felt blocked. And now you know. She was working quietly behind the scenes, shifting pieces in your life that weren't hers to touch. But what she did not know, what she could never know, is that every plan built on deceit eventually collapses under its own weight. This message is not meant to make you afraid. It's meant to prepare you, because very soon, in a matter of days, the truth will begin to surface in ways you cannot stop, and she cannot escape. Conversations will shift. Faces will reveal what they truly feel. People who once defended her will begin to question their loyalty, and the woman who believed she could outsmart consequence will find herself standing face to face with the very chamber I described, not metaphorically, not symbolically, but in reality. My child, I need you to stay close to my voice during this time. I need your heart steady. I need your spirit anchored. Because as her truth unravels, your destiny will begin to rise. The chains that were placed on your opportunities, your peace, your relationships, your blessings, they will break. One by one. This season that once felt like stillness will turn into movement, and the very person who tried to hinder your path will become the reason. Your path becomes clearer than ever. Listen to me, and listen deeply. Your story is shifting. Her story is collapsing. And soon, you will see it all unfold before your own eyes. Not because you wished for her downfall, but because you deserve freedom, because your heart has carried wounds long enough, because your spirit deserves rest, and because God never lets deception reign longer than truth. My child, as you read this, let your heart stay open, let your spirit remain calm, and if this message resonates with even the smallest part of you, I invite you gently, sincerely, to comment below. Your words may bring this message to someone else who needs it, someone who feels the same stir in their spirit, someone who has been waiting for confirmation. Your comment may be the key that helps this reach those who are silently hurting. My child, before I reveal the identity of the woman whose actions have wrapped themselves so tightly around your life, there is something essential you must understand. The question burning inside you: when will everything she has done finally come to light? Is not just a question of curiosity. It is the cry of a wounded heart, longing for closure, for clarity, for healing. And I hear that cry. I have heard it for years, even in the moments when you thought no one noticed your hurt. You want to know how much longer she will continue walking freely, speaking sweetly, while hiding her venom, pretending innocence, while crafting destruction? My child, the truth is simple. She does not have long. Her footsteps are running out of road. And though she does not feel the walls closing in yet, they're closing, slowly, silently, unavoidably. What determines the exact moment her world collapses is not chance. It is the speed at which the final pieces of her actions are gathered, the way truth rises like a tide, lifting every hidden thing to the surface. There are people right now, people you don't even know are involved, who are watching her movements more closely than ever before. There are conversations happening behind doors she cannot hear. There are decisions being written in rooms she cannot enter. And though she still tells herself that she is safe, that she has covered her tracks, that she has talked her way through every crack, she hasn't. Not this time. The ground beneath her has become too fragile, too unstable, too soaked with the consequences of her own choices. And now, my child, hear this part carefully. If you have ever wanted a clearer sign, if you have ever asked me to show you that justice is real, that truth wins, that wrongs are corrected, consider this that sign. For I am telling you plainly, the countdown has begun. This woman, whose smile has concealed more damage than even you understand, will face the full weight of the truth within days, not months, not years, days. But I know how your heart works, my child. Even in your frustration, even in your weariness, even in your hurt, you still wonder whether it must really come to this. You still ask yourself whether she could change, whether she might one day wake up different, whether forgiveness alone could fix what she has broken. And I honor your compassion. I honor your kindness. But you must understand, this is not about spite. It is about balance. When someone chooses darkness, continues in it, and refuses to change, The consequences eventually catch them, not because punishment is desired, but because healing cannot begin until the infection is exposed. Let your heart rest. The truth unfolding is not your burden to carry. It is not your responsibility to make it happen. It is not your job to speed it up or slow it down. I am the one overseeing this part of the story, and I do not miss anything. Very soon, in less than a week, the situation around her will shift violently. The people who once turned a blind eye to her behavior will find themselves unable to do so anymore. Evidence, conversations, actions, contradictions will begin to surface. Her lies will trip over each other. Her stories will no longer match. The charm she relied on will no longer work. The words she used to manipulate, distract, or confuse will fall flat. The truth will begin stitching itself together quicker than she can unravel it. And you, my child, will finally begin to breathe again, not because she is caught, but because you will no longer be tangled in the web she spun around your life. You will find yourself waking up lighter. Your thoughts will clear. Your spirit will rise. The heaviness that sat in your chest for so long will break apart like fog beneath the sunlight. But before we move further, I need you to hear something deeply. What she's done is not about one moment, one action, one decision. It is a pattern, a long pattern of deceit, manipulation, jealousy, and intentional harm. You have blamed yourself for things that were never your fault. You have questioned your worth over situations she designed. You have wondered why certain blessings slipped away, not realizing that someone close to you was quietly pushing them out of reach. And now, the moment approaches when her mask will fall, not because I expose her directly, but because she will expose herself, her panic, her fear, her shifting behavior will betray her. She will start making mistakes. She will start reacting to shadows only she can see. She will start revealing what she tried so hard to bury, and you will watch everything unfold without lifting a single finger. But you are asking, aren't you? You're whispering inside your spirit, Lord, who is she? Tell me. I need to know the name. And my child, I feel your fire. I feel your need to protect yourself. But if I reveal her identity too soon, she will shift her tactics. She will hide more carefully. She will cover her tracks. She will delay the breakthrough that is meant to be released in your life right now. So listen to me with trust. There is wisdom in waiting. There is purpose in timing. You do not need to know her name today, but you will know soon. sooner than you expect. Her actions will reveal her. Her panic will reveal her. Her sudden distance, or sudden closeness, will reveal her. She will step out of hiding, without even realizing she is doing it. And when that moment comes, my child, you will feel a stillness inside your heart, recognition, a confirmation. You will say, "This is the one God warned me about." And everything will finally make sense. Before I end this part, I want to speak to your heart gently. You have endured more than people know. You have carried pain with such grace that others assumed you were fine. You have been strong for yourself, for others, even when life felt heavy. And for that, heaven honors you. I honor you. Your story is not ending in betrayal. Your story is shifting into restoration. If this message resonates with you, I invite you to comment below. Your words can help this message reach someone else who needs comfort, clarity, and confirmation. Let your voice be part of the healing. My child, before we step deeper into the revelation, I need you to breathe and steady your heart, for what I am about to unfold will not only expose the truth about her, it will also illuminate the truth about you. There are things you have believed about yourself because of her actions, things that settled quietly in your spirit like dust on a forgotten table. And as her story collapses, those false beliefs will crumble along with it. I told you that you were feeding a snake without knowing it, and that is not a metaphor meant to frighten you. It is a reality meant to liberate you. This woman did not enter your life to cherish you, honor you, or walk beside you. In authenticity, she entered with intention, cloaked in sweetness, carrying a heart that had long grown cold. She studied your kindness and used it as a doorway. She watched the way you forgive quickly, the way you trust fully, the way you assume goodness in people, and she exploited it like an open gate. You, my child, saw glimpses of her true nature, but you dismissed them, not because you were blind, but because you were loving. You saw the red flags, but you tied them neatly into bows, telling yourself she was going through something. She needed understanding. She deserved another chance. That is who you are. Someone who loves past the flaws. Someone who sees the brokenness in others and tries to heal it with presence, compassion, and prayer. But she saw your heart as an opportunity. She took pieces of you when you weren't looking. She whispered into situations you trusted her with. She shaped narratives behind your back, not because you wronged her, but because she envied the peace you carry. She resented the light in you. She hated the way others gravitate toward you, the way you remain favored, even after storms, the way blessings return to you, no matter how many times life tries to break you. And so she moved like a shadow, quiet, subtle, poisonous, not with loud attacks, but with small, consistent stings. A comment here, a hint there, a twisted story, a secret conversation, a false smile. You wonder how she held influence. My child, snakes are quiet. Snakes do not need volume. They need opportunity. And you, because of your pure heart, offered it without realizing. But now that you know this, I need you to release any shame you feel about not seeing it sooner. You were never meant to carry the guilt of her deception. Darkness is skilled at staying hidden, and she mastered the art of appearing harmless. There is something else you need to understand, and this is where the revelation deepens. You were not her only target. That is why the truth is rising so quickly now. Others have finally begun to wake up. People who once believed her stories are now questioning them. People who once defended her are now feeling uneasy around her. There are hearts that have been watching her carefully, and they are beginning to connect pieces. She never wanted connected. You may have felt alone in this battle, but you are never alone. There were others she wounded quietly, others she misled, others she drained, others she used. Their voices are stirring. Their courage is awakening, and soon they will play a part in her downfall. Not by force, not by anger, but by simply speaking the truth. They can no longer deny. Her world is tightening. My child, she feels it. That is why her behavior will start to shift. She may become more distant or more clingy. She may act overly kind or unusually irritable. She may try to reconnect with people she previously ignored, hoping to patch the leaks in her sinking ship. She will sense that something is unraveling, even if she cannot identify the source. Her spirit will shake, because a guilty heart always trembles before truth arrives. I want you to pay attention to the signs around you. Conversations will feel different. People will start looking at her differently. You may even overhear things unintentionally, things that confirm what has been hidden. Do not be alarmed by these moments. They are stepping stones leading to clarity, and when they happen, you will not need to confront her, expose her, argue with her, or prove anything. The truth is doing the work for you. She once believed she could wound you without consequence. She believed her actions would remain buried forever. But consequences have a way of rising to the surface. When pride digs too deep, every lie she told has formed into a chain. Every manipulation has formed into a lock. Every harmful intention has formed into a bar. The prison that awaits her is built not by others, but by her own hands. Now listen closely, because this next part concerns you more than it concerns her. You have spent years under the weight of battles you thought were spiritual attacks from nowhere, but many of them were connected to her. Your peace was disturbed because of her. Your opportunities were delayed because of her. Your relationships were strained because of her. Your mind was burdened because of her. And yet, you blamed yourself. You asked what you were doing wrong. You wondered if you were cursed. You questioned if you were out of alignment. But the truth is far simpler. You were under the influence of someone who carried dark intentions behind a friendly mask. And now that she is being removed from your life, watch how quickly things begin to shift. Blessings that once stalled will suddenly move freely. Doors that once felt sealed shut will open effortlessly. People who once misunderstood you will see you clearly again. Peace that felt distant will return with strength. The fog around your spirit will lift. You will begin to laugh again. Not cautiously, not nervously, but genuinely. You will feel lighter, brighter, clear, stronger. And my child, do you know why? Because God always clears the path before He blesses the journey. This exposure is not punishment. It is preparation. This collapse is not chaos. It is cleansing. This season is not loss. It is liberation. You are stepping into a chapter where the weight of deception will no longer sit on your shoulders. The woman who tried to dim your light will no longer have the authority to even cast a shadow over your life. Her presence is ending. Her influence is dissolving. Her story is collapsing. Not because you wished it, but because heaven has declared that your burden has expired. Before I close this part, I want to speak directly to your spirit. You were not foolish for trusting her. You were faithful. You were not weak for loving her. You were compassionate. You were not naive for believing the best about her. You were pure-hearted. Do not let her betrayal change the goodness within you. Do not let her deception harden your heart. Do not let her actions make you suspicious of everyone else. The world needs people like you, people who see light, even when darkness tries to surround them. And as you read this, if anything in your heart whispers, "This resonates with me, this feels like truth, this feels familiar," then I invite you gently, lovingly, to comment below. Your comment may be the bridge that carries this message to someone else who is silently battling the same storm. Your voice has power, my child. Use it to spread healing, my child. Before we step into the final revelation, I need you to understand something that far too many souls overlook. You are not forgotten, not for a second, not in your fear, not in your confusion, not in the moments when your faith trembled under the weight of unanswered questions. Through every trial, through every silent night, through every tear-stained prayer, I was with you, watching, guiding, strengthening, preparing, and everything you have endured, everything you have wrestled with, everything that has left marks upon your heart, it is all leading to something greater than you can see right now. You have walked through valleys no one knew about. You fought battles no one thanked you for. You carried burdens so heavy you questioned whether you would break under them. But my child, what you did not realize is that I was shaping you through every moment. The deep compassion you carry, the wisdom you have gained, the strength you now possess, these were forged in the very fires that tried to destroy you. And now, your season of confusion is coming to an end. Just as the truth about her is rising, the truth about you is rising even higher. You have spent so long believing that your pain was a punishment, when in reality, it was preparation. You thought you were being pushed down, when in truth, you were being positioned. Every delay, every closed door, every unexpected detour was orchestrated to protect you, to strengthen you, to reveal the hearts around you, especially hers. Now hear me carefully, my child. What she did to you was not merely betrayal, it was interference. She inserted herself into areas of your life she had no authority to touch. She spoke into relationships that were not hers to shape. She planted doubt where there should have been peace. She manipulated situations that were meant to bless you. She whispered lies into the ears of people who cared about you, hoping to twist their perception of your heart. And she did all of this while smiling in your presence, pretending loyalty she never intended to uphold. But her influence ends now. In this chapter, truth walks ahead of you like a burning torch, and every hidden thing is being pulled into the light. People who once sided with her will awaken to their mistake. People who once believed her lies will begin to see clearly, and the clarity that is coming will not only expose her, it will restore you. Your name will be redeemed. Your reputation will be restored. Your relationships will be healed. Your blessings will be unlocked. Your spirit will rise again. And when all is said and done, you will look back and realize that the pain she caused became the very platform for your elevation. What the enemy meant for harm has been transformed into the soil where your destiny is taking root. But now, my child, let's speak of something deeper, something that has been weighing on your spirit. For a long time, you have questioned why certain dreams took so long to manifest. You wondered why doors you prayed for didn't open quickly. You cried, asking why your breakthrough seemed trapped behind invisible walls. You assumed you were doing something wrong, but in truth, the delay was never a denial. It was protection, because had the blessing come too early, while she was still close to you, she would have poisoned it. She would have sabotaged it. She would have spoken curses into places meant to hold glory. She would have entangled her intentions with your destiny, and I could not allow that. So I waited. I waited for her mask to slip. I waited for her intentions to reveal themselves. I waited for your heart to be positioned for healing. I waited for the right moment to lift you. And that moment, my beloved child, is now. You are stepping into a season where the very things that were withheld are rushing toward you with strength. You will see prayers answered with precision. Opportunities that once felt distant will enter your life suddenly. Financial blessings will flow where lack once lingered. New relationships, genuine connections, supportive people will surround you. Peace will settle in places that have long felt chaotic, and you will feel, perhaps for the first time in years, that life is aligning, not because of luck, not because of chance, but because heaven has spoken. Now listen again, my child, for I want you to understand something about yourself. You are stronger than you know. You are wiser than you realize. You are braver than you believe. And the endurance you have shown, quietly, privately, faithfully, has touched heaven more deeply than you know. While others counted you out, I counted every tear. While others doubted your heart, I defended it. While others spoke against you, I spoke over you. And now, the season where you rise is unfolding. The woman who tried to break you will not break you. The betrayal that wounded you will not define you. The lies spoken against you will not drown you. The darkness that surrounded you will not consume you. You are walking into restoration. You are walking into healing. You are walking into promise. And soon, you will see that the suffering of your past was building the foundation for the victory you're about to receive. Before I close this message, I want you to feel the love. I'm speaking through these words. You have survived. What was meant to crush you, you have grown through. What was meant to bury you, you have become stronger than the very storm. that was designed to break you. And because of that, the blessing on its way to you will not be small, it will not be ordinary, it will not be temporary, it will be abundant, overflowing, undeniable. But hear me, do not return to the place where she once stood. Do not allow her back into the sacred spaces of your heart. The exposure is your confirmation. Protect your peace. Guard your spirit. Trust the guidance I'm giving you, and walk boldly into the new season, being prepared for you. My beloved child, if this message touched you, if it resonated with something deep inside you, I invite you to comment below. Your comment may be the very thing that helps someone else receive the healing they have been praying for. And if you want more messages like this, messages that guide, restore, then subscribe as well, so these words reach you the moment they are sent. Your healing is here, your breakthrough is near, your season is changing, and your story is far from over.